Hello everyone, thank you so much for joining me. If you are someone who typically uses quite a large size bag and you maybe overfill it, and you're looking for a way of downsizing to a medium, small or even nano size, I'm going to show you what I carry around and how I do it. Now, here are two bags that I would typically have carried around a couple of years ago. I'm going to show you the things that are essential to me on the left, and on the right are the exact same items but in miniature format, so it is possible to take everything you need without scrimping. I'm going to show how this can work in a number of small size bags, from a clutch to a novelty size, top handles. There's pretty much everything here. So I hope in this video I can demonstrate that you might be able to do it as well. Thank you so much for joining me. This video is dedicated to a subscriber who actually came up with a really good idea. Masuma Chowdhury, you wrote to me on YouTube a couple of days ago and you said, please can you do a video on how you keep your bag organised, must have items that you always carry around, but a video that's centred around small to medium sized bags. If you like the idea of a small size bag, but like me circa 2 years ago, you carry something much bigger, and you're thinking you could never possibly downsize, then I'm going to show you what I do and the essential items and how you can actually do it. In addition to showing you the items that I carry, I thought that it would be helpful to show you how this can work in a range of bags from really tiny up to sort of more medium size. I've got a clutch bag which doubles sort of as a day bag. I've got a crossbody which is sort of medium small, because although it's wide across the front, it's actually not that thick there. Then I'm going to do one novelty sized bag. This I'm including particularly because I've been using it loads recently and it's smaller inside than it looks on the outside. And then finally 2 top handles, one kind of pretty small from Chanel and then one which is a more medium size, which is from Christian Louboutin. This is the size of hand cream that I would typically have carried around a couple of years ago in a larger size bag. But this is what I've downsized to. I've got 2 examples here. These last quite a long time and I wash my hands quite frequently. These are pretty easy to find. If you just go onto Google and you look up mini hand creams, I have seen the travel size ones that you can get in places like Boots, which are typically about that big, but they're still too large to fit in. So be creative. Have a look around, you can find these tiny ones. Something that I would have carried around a couple of years ago would have been something like this. This is a half size, but I even carried around the longer ones as well, which I still have now. But when you downsize, that's the first thing that has to go because these take up so much room. One of the things that I first started doing, and it felt completely alien to me, is I started using a card holder. And initially, I tried using something like this and it just felt too small. So instead I got this. This is from Chanel and you can actually keep coins in this if you wanted to. I'm not someone that really ever carries cash with me, so it's pretty much always cards, so I never really have that issue. But if you're more cash and if you've got coins, this is a really good example of something you can use. As you can see, you downsize from something like this to something like this and you can already see where you're saving space. If you're looking to buy maybe your first bag, or you want to get a small designer bag and not spend so much on SLGs, I urge you to go and look at Aspinal of London. I love their stuff. They do really nice handbags as well, but I'm a particular fan of their leather gloves and their SLGs and their cosmetics cases. They're not super expensive, but they still look really nice. Other things that I carry around are a powder compact. If I can, I will take this with me, which is the Giorgio Armani luminous, luminous silk powder. If the bag is so small that I can't get this in, I take this. This little powder compact here has got translucent powder in it. This was sent to me by a subscriber called Maggie in the US, and Maggie, I pretty much always carry this with me. A couple of years ago, the makeup brush that I would have taken out would be this, but I've downsized to this. These you can buy, this is from Guerlain. You can get them in a couple of different sizes. I've even got a smaller one than this somewhere, but I can't find it right now. But they do come smaller than this, so if you're taking out like a really micro bag, you can get them. I've literally emptied my bag on the floor down here so that I can see what I normally take. I always take out perfume. I like to be able to smell it all day and for it to be quite strong. Now, I used to take out a whole bottle, and when you're using a mini size bag, you can't do that. So now what I do is when I'm buying a perfume, I ask the person at the till whether they can also throw in some sample sizes. So a really good example here, this is actually I love the smell of this. This is a Christian Louboutin perfume and it is in Trouble in Heaven. Please go and smell this. It's a really, really nice fragrance. I take some chewing gums, a lipstick. If I can fit it in, I will take this. This is a hand sanitizer. I've got loads of these. They're all from Bath and Body Works. You can get these in the UK, loads of places though. Like, just try and get tiny ones. And then if I have the room, I will take a hairspray. This is the best hairspray you will ever use. If you've got flyaway hair or any static issues, which I do, try this. This is from Show Beauty and it's a finishing spray. They don't describe it as a hairspray. It's like glue, but it's like lightweight glue. You hold your hair in a position, you spray it, and it honestly stays like it all day. It's the best hairspray I've ever used, and they come in like a travel size. So if I can fit that in, I do. What is easier for me is if I keep everything that I take with me in one container. It's really helpful when you change up bags, because instead of having to pick out all the individual elements, you can just pull out the one container. The thing that I always use is this. This is like a little case. I actually sell these on my website, and that's not why I'm talking about it. It's honestly because it's something that I use, and that's why it's so filthy at the moment. I keep everything in here. Even my wallet goes in here. And in the majority of the bags that I'm showing you, this actually fits in perfectly. If I'm at home, let's say, and I'm in my gym kit or something pretty scruffy looking, I always feel weird going out really scruffy, but carrying like one of these mini bags. It just feels a bit odd. You know what, do you know what I mean? If you go out like scruffy or in your gym kit and you're like carrying this, it's just weird. So what I do is I take out this little bag on the inside and I just carry that with me that's got everything in it. The other mini bag that I will often use if this doesn't fit in is this one. This is from Louis Vuitton, and what is this called? Like the mini pochette or something. But this actually fits quite a few things as well. So I'll use one or the other, and I normally use this if the bag is really thin and narrow and needs something narrow that's gonna fit into it. The other thing that I always take with me in the day is water. I think about a year ago I bought one of these. You can get these in different sizes. This is from BKR, whatever that is, and you can take this rubber sleeve off and it's like toughened glass on the inside. I've not tried, but they say that you can drop this, you can, like, I don't know, throw it at things, and it's shatterproof glass, so it won't smash. The handle on it's quite good as well, because if I have a bag that allows me, I can sort of hook that onto the bag. You can get these in different colours as well. I think the colours are seasonal, I seem to remember. I've got like a soft pink colour, and I think this was called Bougie. If you also carry water around and you want something that looks a bit more stylish than a plastic bottle, or maybe you're like me and you keep refilling them, then try one of these. These are really good. If things like, let's say, a hand cream is maybe more important to you than taking makeup with you, then you can substitute the makeup maybe for a larger size hand cream, if you get what I'm saying. But I'm just trying to show you the things that I carry around and how I've scaled them all down so that I can take everything that I need without it being too big to fit the bag. It's so weird to me to think that I have moved to a place where I can use these bags and I don't leave the house feeling like I've left something behind. The reason why I decided to move towards using smaller size bags is because around about 2 years ago, I used to carry huge things around with me. In fact, I've got bags right now that are big that I haven't used in a long time. Like, for example, my Louis Vuitton Artsy bag, which is a lovely bag, but I was always inclined to overfill it and stuff it with everything. And so whenever I would carry those bags, they'd always pull on my shoulder, or if they were crossbody, they'd sort of like pull on my neck here. And it was always painful. And since moving to a smaller bag, it almost disciplines me to still be able to take the things that I need. I never feel like there's anything I have to leave because I can't carry it. This is the Christian Louboutin Paloma Tote. You might be looking at this thinking that doesn't look very mini, but you'll be surprised, it's really small on the inside. I'm going to try and show you this, but the thing is, it's indeed so small that it's hard to even open it to show you. That's the inside there. The bag is quite narrow and tight on the top and then quite wide on the bottom, a little bit like the Lady Dior, where it's initially quite hard to get into, but then once you're in there, there's quite a bit of room at the bottom. Very often as well, when I do carry this around, my water bottle, you can do this on some bags, I balance it across the top and we'll hold it like that. Or because this is rubber, it doesn't go anywhere. So you could even carry it like this. I know this doesn't look very elegant, but I'm just trying to show you realistically what I actually do in the day. And if I want my hands free and I've got water with me, doing this, each strap holds the bottle in place. This is probably one of my favorite bags. The colour of it on the camera doesn't do it justice. It's a really beautiful lemony colour. This case actually ends up being a perfect fit for inside this bag. And then in the rear pocket here, it's got two sections. It's got a section in the middle, which is really good for any coins, any money, any cards. If you don't like using a card holder and you maybe just have one or two cards that you take out, this bag is perfect for you because you can keep them both in there and know that they're safe. I really hope that with all these bags and the demonstration that you can see it is possible to downsize and to still be able to take everything out that you want in the day but not have to compromise. As always, I'm just going to show you what I'm wearing. I've got on this khaki coloured jumper. It's sort of like semi cold shoulder but only on that side, not on, can I show you? Not on the other side. It's got frilly details on the sleeves. I've got on grey jeans. These are from Hudson, I think, from memory. Then I've got on those black boots, which I got from Chanel. You know the little sparkly ones that I showed you in that last video, which are very comfortable. Although there's sparkle in them, they're not so much that you couldn't technically wear them in the day. I've got on my HERMES bracelet in the gold with the white enamel. And then the watch that I'm wearing is this one from Dior. I don't know the name of it, but I don't know. I'll put the details of it below, but this is the watch that I'm wearing. If you would like to see some more videos, I'm going to link to two here that you can go and have a click of. And if you haven't subscribed already and you want to, or maybe you want to see some more videos, I don't know, maybe you don't want to subscribe, but if you do, then you can just click on this here and that will sign you up. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.